If you are looking for the easiest way to make money right now in 2020, using the most lucrative property investment strategies where you don't need to buy a property, you don't need a mortgage, and you don't need a deposit, this episode is a training that will teach you how to cash in on these opportunities. Show me the money on Wednesday. If you have a deal right now and you don't know the best way to structure it, if you post a deal in the community group on Facebook called Property Crash Course, Ryan will help you unlock hidden profits and save you from locking yourself into a loss on those bad deals that every property sourcer wants you to buy.
Show me the money. This is for Wednesdays, Adam. This Wednesday. Hey podcasters. So let me share with you right now a quick win, a tactic, a hack you could say. I'm not really a huge fan of the hacks because I don't want you to think everything is quick, everything is fast, everything is easy, because it's not. It's business, it's entrepreneurship, things take time, you need to have the knowledge, you need to have the experience, etc., etc. But this is, an opportunity right now, you could say, in the market in 2020. We're now in June, and this is working right now, and we're having lots of success with it. Okay. Now, if you've heard me mention this before in another episode, or something similar, it's because we're doing more and more and more and more and more of these particular deals right now. As we're coming to the end of the pandemic, well, as if we could say we're coming to the end, as we're coming to the end of the first lockdown, we could say, there is masses of opportunities out there right now in property where you can make real money. So apologies if you think I'm repeating myself. This is just another week and another few deals that we have done since the last time we spoke about this episode, the last time I spoke about this tactic, since the last time I spoke about this strategy, which is working right now. So any of my listeners, my audience, people that follow my content, this is working, and I just want you guys to get the motivation, get some inspiration, go out after listening to this episode and make some fucking money from property while you can. Okay, guys, while you can. This really is the low-hanging fruit. Okay, so let's get straight into this. Right, properties on the market to rent right now. If you're thinking of holiday rentals, furnished holiday lets, corporate relocations, if you're renting to companies, renting to contractors, renting to key workers, anybody who you want to rent to right now on a short-term contract. Now, typically, usually before the pandemic, you have to pay the first month's rent. You have to pay the deposit. You have to jump through lots of hoops if you're working with agents and even some landlords to prove you've got a track record. And then you have to do some work to the property. And then you have to provide all of the furniture, because most of the time they're empty. Then you have to provide all the linens, all the styling, and everything else, which could cost several thousands of pounds. That's normally around 5k to get started, okay? It's normally around 5k. Now, the opportunity for you guys right now in 2020, in June, we're doing lots and lots of these deals every single week. We've done 2 on the same day, the other fucking day. Okay, now, you go onto the internet, you go onto Gumtree, you go onto OpenRent, you go anywhere that private landlords are advertising properties to rent. You contact them. The ones you want to contact are a particular type of property, particular type of landlord. Now, they're fully furnished, okay? Which typically means you're looking for properties that were already rented on Airbnb. They were already rented on Booking.com. They were already rented on HomeAway and every other OTA, every other booking platform, every other hotel website. These properties they needed to have been on. Why is that? They're fully furnished. They're up and running. They're already set up. They've got the kitchen, they've got the dining table, they've got the sofas, they've got the beds, they've got the linen, they've got the kettles, they've got the toasters. They've got everything in there you need to run them as a short let And this is where the money is, okay? The landlord or landlady is already happy to run it as a short let because they were already running it as a fucking short let themselves. So what does that mean? Easy, less barriers, less hurdles, a level playing field. It's easier for you to break into this industry, to the market right now. Save the $5,000 on furnishing, dressing, styling, voids and everything else. Forget building, all of that crap. You can forget that. Because you can go shopping right now for properties on the internet, on Gumtree, on OpenRent, and any other private rental platform that there is out there. Contact the landlords. Look for the furnished ones. Look for the towels on the bed. Look for the towels in. You can tell what a holiday rental is, guys. I don't need to go into too much detail or waste any time. Look for furnished holiday rentals. Look for the ones that are empty. The advert will say they're available from something like 1 to 4 months. Contact those landlords, talk to them, tell them, I want to book this property, my company wants to book it, we have lots of clients, we'll book it from you, we'll pay that set figure, we want to book it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, the maximum term that they are offering. And you just need consent to relocate your clients into that property. We're picking up multiple properties every single week like this on this basis. The other day we picked up 2 on the same day doing exactly this, contacting those landlords, contacting those agencies, reaching out to them. And what you'll find is anything that's empty, because most of them are, okay, anything that's empty, they're up for doing deals. Let me give you an example. Something that rents for around £2,000 a month in rent with the bills, we picked up the other day for, how much did we get that one for? Just around the corner. Let me ask you a question. Are you and your family prepared for when the economy crashes and your bank balance goes to zero? In the aftermath of the 2008 property crash, I held a keynote talk in Piccadilly around property investment tactics that work when the economy crashes. And these tactics saved me in the 2008 crash. Let me share them with you real quickly. The first one is buying properties for £1 without getting a mortgage, without putting a deposit down, and without any credit whatsoever. The next strategy is finding properties with £25,000 to £50,000 of instant equity. The next strategy is buying a property today and paying for the property later when it's worth more, a lot more in the future. The next strategy is renting HMOs and student properties and any properties up to 75% below the market rent. This gives you massive cash flow right now. And then the next strategy is raising from £4,000 to £14,000 from properties that you just rent. This can be used as get started cash for whatever you want in your business. Now, I created a free training to walk you through the only strategies that will save your bank balance from going to zero. I'm serious. If you just go to www.propertycrashcourse.com and tell me where to send this free training. We picked that up for $1,550, including all of the bills. It used to be $2,000. The local market rent I'm talking about, not the short letting rent, the local market rent used to be around £2,000 a month, okay? It's a very nice apartment with parking in the city centre. It's on multiple floors. It's got 2 bedrooms, loads of bathrooms. Normally it's around £2,000 just local market rent. We got it at $1,550, including the bills. The bills have got to be $300. So what does that leave it? We got it at about £1,250. That's £750 less on the local AST market rent. This is a short let that they haven't managed to let the landlord. It's sitting empty. The furniture's worth a fortune. The flat's worth about 600 grand. We picked it up for 1,550 to be able to use it as a short let, guys. As a short let. That flat will generate around about £3,500 a month for us with our clients. Around £3,500. That's one deal. We're paying $1,550. Around 3.5 that will generate right now, even now in the end or in the aftermath of the pandemic. We're about to come out of the lockdown. These deals are around, guys. I'm standing in another flat right now. Just a few doors away, we picked up another flat, a 1-bedroom flat. Now this flat usually rents for, what does that rent for? That's the 1 bed, it's right by the seafront. That would normally rent for about, with the bills, about 1,600. With the bills, about 1,600, okay? It's a 1-bed flat with a garden, very good condition, sleeps 4 people, okay? Rents for around about 1,600, including the bills. We picked this flat up for 1,000, just over 1,000 and a few pence, 1,000, including all of the bills. So we've actually paid probably about 800. It's a 1-bed. It normally rents for about 1,600. That's nearly half the fucking price. Towels on the bed, soaps in the bathroom, teas, coffee, condiments in the kitchen. It's already a short let. They failed. They haven't managed to find guests. They haven't managed to get bookings. They haven't managed to get clients. So we've approached them, done a deal with them, taken that property. That property is already filled. The same as the other one is already filled. These are deals that we've done in the last week, guys. There's 2 that I've just reeled off there to you. That last one makes around, well, we're getting, how much are we getting a night for that one? The 1 bed, just around here. 120. More or less, 110, 120. Okay. Right, we're getting in the region of 110, 120 a night. Of course, we've got fees and other things to come off of that. Let's just call it a flat 100 after the fees.
Make sure you've subscribed, because tomorrow you'll get problems, challenges, and opportunities on Thursday. Every Thursday, Ryan takes you deep inside his business, sharing his problems, walks you through his challenges, talks about the opportunities that you only find once you've broken through the wall. That's the secret that every entrepreneur discovers, because the biggest problem in your business today usually becomes your greatest opportunity and asset tomorrow.
Now, across the course of the month, that's around $3,000. We're paying 1,000. 1,000 in, 3,008 out. Remember that formula that I keep sharing. These deals, 1,000 in, 3,000 out, every single month. This is how it works, guys. There's lots of these deals around. This is the deal structure. It's very simple. Find them on the line. Find them on the internet. Private rental advertising sites for these particular properties. Towels on the bed. They were on booking.com. They were on Airbnb, or maybe they still are. You call them, they're empty. They're offering 1 to 4 or 5 month rental periods. These are short lets. You call them, you say you have clients, you want to relocate your clients into that property, and you want to pay a set rent every single month, including the bills, for as long as you can get it for. Whether it sits empty, whether it's full, they get the same rent. And you just need consent to rotate your own guests, your own clients. Use their paperwork, use their booking form, use their short-term rental holiday agreement, use their license. All you need to get is that one sentence to consent that you can rotate your clients. This shit is easy, guys. We've picked up multiple deals in the last week alone. We do this every single week, in, day out, looking for deals, looking for opportunities, finding the angles, and this is where the angle is right now. I'm just sharing this with you guys, this tactic, this strategy to help anybody listening here make more fucking money, okay? Now, if you want to find more out about this, or find more about this particular tactic, how to fill the rooms, how to fill the property, how to, structure everything else that you need to know, all you need to do is go to my website. It's called ryan-otto.com. Make sure you're subscribed to this podcast so you get these episodes, these tactics, every single day, Monday to Friday, in your inbox, okay? Delivered to your phone. Make sure you get the free ebook on that website. Scroll down near the bottom. There's 3 sections. One of them is the property crash course. It's 100% free. I go deep and explain more about this, guys. So you can go to my website, ryan-otto.com, to find that. Scroll down. Or you can just type in www.propertycrashcourse.com. Everything is there that you need to help you make more money. And once again, we don't sell shitty courses. There's nothing for sale. So, I'll keep delivering these episodes to you guys. All I'm asking you to do is just leave me a review. Just leave me a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts if you got any value from this episode or any episode that I've ever delivered. Does that sound fair?
He's a #1 Amazon bestseller. He's an NLP manipulator. He's a property course seller. He's a Lamborghini driving multi-millionaire property guru. Forget that same old boring I am me narcissistic podcast format, because nobody gives a fuck. This podcast is all about you. So I'm taking these few seconds to thank you for subscribing, to thank you for leaving your 5-star reviews, and thank you for sharing this show with all of your friends. My team and I will keep bringing you these episodes and answering all of your burning questions in my Facebook community group called Property Crash Course. If you can just keep telling all of your friends about this show.